Good morning.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Everyone today? We're so excited to be here. It's our first show of Shake It Up with Karen and Regina. So, welcome. We're going to get going today. We have a lot going on.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. We want to thank everybody for tuning in today. We really appreciate everybody's support, our family, our friends. Facebook has been so tremendous in supporting us, and we really appreciate it. So we want to thank you.
Studios.
Oh,
This
place is amazing. When you come in here, it's like a whole nother world. You wouldn't believe the quality of the studio, and they could not have been nicer to us because, you know, I know we know what we're doing, but we don't know exactly what we're doing. Yeah. And they could not have been sweeter to us and help guide us. And Tommy and Vicky, hi, love you. Thank you.
All our love. Thank you. So just a little bit about us. Instead of getting into the nitty-gritty and details about what Regina and I do every single day, you could definitely visit our website at shakeitupwithkarenandregina.com. There's an About Us section, and that'll kind of give you a breakdown of who we are and how we got started and why we're doing this show. But Shake It Up is an acronym. So, you know, we definitely want to talk a little bit about why we called it Shake It Up. Shake, the S stands for...
The S stands for style, and well, actually, but tell them about the Shake It Up part. Like the reason why we chose Shake It Up is because every morning Karen and I have nutritious, healthy, undenatured whey protein shakes, and we love them. In fact, we don't miss a day of our morning shake or our afternoon shake.
We're addicts.
So,
we're definitely addicts.
Yeah.
You know, I guess in some cases that would be a bad thing, but being an addict of our nutritional cleansing shake really makes us feel great during the day. It keeps us in shape. It keeps our bodies in tone, and we love it.
Yeah, it fills our body with the proper nutrition. So the word shake is something that we use every day. So we decided to, you know, spell it out and see what words, you know, we were passionate about and what words we related to. So the first one was S for style, and we love style. We love all the different fashion trends. We're very interested in what's going on today with women's trends, men's trends. But, you know, we also like to get things on a bargain. We like luxury for less. Luxury for less.
Yeah, luxury for less.
Yeah.
I could shop till I drop. I know you can shop till you drop as well.
Well, Tommy says to me, don't shop unless it's on sale.
Yeah, well,
everything's on sale.
We definitely believe in bargain hunting, but there are so many great deals out there, and we're going to bring them to you every single week. For example, my dress I bought for $39. So I'm really excited about that. And Regina always looks beautiful.
Oh, thanks. I don't even remember where I got this dress. It's an oldie but a goodie. Yeah. You know, black dress, can't go wrong.
Well, I mean, I can go from Barney's to Old Navy and find something that I love. There's not a store that I can walk into and not spend my money. No,
same thing with Target.
Yeah.
I could go into Target and I could buy anything from a bathing suit to a pots and pans to,
well, did you ever go into a dollar store?
Yeah.
It cost me $80 in a dollar store. I don't even know how that happens.
Yeah.
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 It's very
that actually happened to me over the weekend.
It happens to me all the time.
There was a new dollar store that opened up in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
And I went in with my mom and I'm like, I don't understand something. How do I go in the dollar store? I spent $45 at the dollar store. Tommy's like, what'd you buy? I'm like, I don't know, but they're cute. Look at all this stuff. It's so cute.
Something and it's like, oh, that's just $1. I get that. That's great. So S is for style. H, of course, stands for health. We are all about health. Regina and I really got into this business about a year ago from today, and we've kind of run with it. You know, health is really so important to us, along with beauty. We have a beauty background. Everything we've ever learned in our lives has revolved around the beauty industry. So we're proud to bring that to you as well.
Yep. Yeah, we're very passionate about health, and it's not always being about skinny. It's about being healthy, and I think that that's really important. I think a lot of women get, sidetracked by size and number of weight, but it's really much more important to be healthy. And as I said, healthy is the new sexy, so that's something we're really passionate about, and we want to bring that to you guys as well.
And healthy aging, that's really important.
Yeah, well.
Nobody wants to get old.
Yeah,
no,
especially after you hit 45.
And we have a great guest coming up in a little while who's going to address those aging signs for me personally and other great aspects.
We're going to learn a lot today about that.
Yeah, and we'll introduce them in a little bit.
But
A is for attitude.
Yeah, A is for attitude. It could be good or bad, classy or sassy.
Maybe even sometimes bitchy. Oh, right.
Okay, so that leads us to our other kindness, which is going to be a little jar here that we're going to, anytime someone says a curse word or
that would be me.
Inappropriate word, let's say that.
Okay.
That would be Karen and I, and we're going to fill this little jar up with lots of money. It's going to be $5 per curse word, and we're going to fill that jar up, and we're going to give back because we feel it's really important to raise money and raise awareness for different charities. So we're going to have different charities on and be giving to them.
These charities are going to love me.
Yeah, they're going to,
they're going to love me because my money's going to be going in that jar, for sure.
Yeah, so every week or so we'll have a different charity that we feature, and whatever we collect, we will, obviously donate to the charity. It's just a way of us giving back because we really feel that that's important. We both are very lucky in our lives, and we want to have the opportunity to help others. So that's where that comes from, in a fun way, because we have to have, it's all about fun.
You know what?
Yeah.
Every day. Every day is fun for us. And E is for entertainment, which is kind of what Regina and I seek out every single day. Every party we go to, every event we attend, every charity function we're a part of.
Well, sometimes we are the entertainment.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times people would be like, "Oh, you two need your own show."
Yeah. Well, here we are. Here we are.
All right, when we get back, we're going to bring on Dr. Elliot Du Bois. He's a board-certified plastic surgeon with Associated Plastic Surgery. He's located in Woodbury and now has a new venture with Cactus Salon and Spa called Cactus Med Spa. So we're going to talk all about all the anti-aging factors that come into play for women like Regina and how he can help us do that.
Yep.
So we'll see you in a bit.
Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is one of the largest suppliers in the world and your number one resource for top quality, affordable tattoo and piercing supplies. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is the number one supplier of tattoo inks in the world with more than 200 products including Mom's Ink, Philadelphia Eddie's Traditional Inks, Paolini Sacred Color Inks, and more. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply, your one-stop shopping destination for great service, best prices, and top quality supplies. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are undeniably distinctive, selected for their unique, memorable flavor. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are delivered to you in beautifully designed bottles featuring limited edition artwork. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are available at affordable prices in fine restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. Or check www.coneyislandcarlo.com for availability.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware.
We have 3 of the largest showrooms of safes on display and in stock. You can see and touch them in person instead of browsing a catalog. We carry gun and rifle safes, burglary safes, jewelry safes, fire rated from a half hour to 2 hour. Famous name brands.
We sell Gardol.
We sell AMSAC.
The new AMSAC touchscreen.
If you're ever in need of a safe, think Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware. Right, Lockie?
That's right, Alan.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Horsehair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Welcome back. We're here with Dr. Elliot Du Bois. Thank you so much for coming on today. We had a little bit of a mix-up last week. Our first guest was actually stuck in Brazil, so our second guest, Dr. Du Bois, graciously saved our lives and came on for
You're
us.
our hero, you know that, right?
So not only are you
I'm
going
the
to
hero,
save the
That's
way we
right.
look, but now you saved our show.
I'm also your second choice, but that's okay.
No, you're not my second choice.
I'm delighted to be here. I'm glad I can help you out.
Anything that has to do with getting younger looking and prettier looking, that's my number one choice. So you're it. Welcome.
Well, it's great to be here. I'm delighted I'm able to help you guys kick off the show, and best of luck to you. And I hope I come back in 20 years.
Yeah. We hope so too.
We hope to be here. Absolutely.
And we hope to look just like this.
There you go.
Look just like this.
Not too much like that.
Come on, you can help us out.
Not
I
too
know
much
you
like
can.
that.
Well, I
In
also
20
want-
years, I'm going to need a little bit more than Botox.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I also want to thank you, not only for switching and being such a gentleman and really stepping up to the plate for us, but you brought us this magnificent, I mean, it's huge, this beautiful bouquet of flowers. I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe Tommy can zoom in on that for me, because it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really nice. And, you know, we'd like to encourage all of our guests to treat us so nicely. They're beautiful. It's a huge, huge bouquet. And, you know, feel free. We love flowers, obviously. And so I just want to thank you for that. That was really nice.
You're welcome.
And I understand today's a little special day for you.
Something that we don't talk about.
All right.
Right.
Okay, we'll skip it. We don't force people to do something they're uncomfortable with.
That's okay.
All right. So let's get started. My question, whenever I meet somebody who's so professional and so
No,
wonderful
wait a
at what
minute,
they
wait a
do.
minute. You didn't put your money in here.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, get-
See, she's collecting.
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
get that
hang
going.
in there.
Let's
I
get
gotta-
that going.
Put my money in. $5.
There you go.
All right. Okay.
We're fair and square.
Hopefully, I don't need another $5 because I only have a 20. So I guess I get to curse.
I'll
three
make change. I'll make
Okay.
change.
Okay, so what intrigues me so much about people like yourself is what makes you decide to become a plastic surgeon?
Well, it was really a unique story. I think I spoke to you the other day about that. And when I was 8 years old, I was playing with one of my playmates, and I had a garden rake. And by accident, I took the garden rake and I put it through her scalp.
Good friend you were.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Well, her mother was even a better friend because her mother made me, as punishment, sit and watch when the doctor came into her kitchen
Ooh.
and sewed her up in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, and Janet was crying hysterically,
Oh, my
and I was sitting and I loved it.
Oh,
I said, this
my
is
good-
really, really cool.
You like the
Wow.
sight of blood.
So I said, someday this
See,
is
nowadays
this is what
that
I
would
wanted
be
to
like
do.
child. You'd have to call Child Protective Services or
Yeah,
something like
probably,
that, right?
yeah.
That would they would not allow that.
Well, it
But
could
look
also
how
have
it
gone
inspired
two
him.
ways.
It's
If he
not-
liked the sight of blood, he could have gone to be like a psychotic, crazy person, like killer.
Oh.
But no, he took it in the
Yeah.
healing sense. We like that.
and that was and I
It
was
left
I was-
such an impression on
I
you,
was
huh?
8 years old, yeah. And next door to her name was Janet. And next door to Janet lived a gal named Risa, and Risa was born with a cleft lip. And back in the 50s when I was growing up,
That's
cleft
sad.
lips, we just didn't have the technology to repair them, and
Right.
everybody kind of shunned Risa and what have you.
Aw.
And I said, well, maybe someday I want to do something. And actually today I'm living my dream. I
Yeah.
had done that for many, many years, and in fact, after close to 60 years, I joined up with them. Risa's living in
60
London.
years.
60 years.
Wow. You probably
Risa's-
changed her
He
life,
looks
like in
good.
that
Re-
sense.
Risa, and I'll tell you.
He looks good.
Yeah.
60 years, like
Yeah.
that.
Risa's living in London, and Janet's living in Manhattan, and we had dinner together, and it was
Oh,
great.
That's nice.
How
Yeah.
nice is that?
That was kinda
That's
cool. We
great.
had
It's always
a good
nice
time.
to be able
Yeah,
to
that's
catch up.
great.
So that's a
That's
story,
great.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's a great
fantastic.
humanitarian story.
Yeah.
Now, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Flushing.
Oh, right.
I grew
So
up in
right here,
Flushing. Yeah,
local.
not too far, and then I moved out, and I went to Herrick's High School. I
Okay.
lived in New Hyde Park. at
From
that point.
Manhasset, so I get
And-
it.
And I'm still here on Long Island.
Roslyn. I think also that kind of leads us into what it is you do now to help children, and that is with the cleft lips and the cleft chin and
Palate.
the palate.
Palate,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
huh?
Yeah.
Right,
Tell
yeah.
us about that because I don't really know
Yeah.
how that works.
Well,
So-
because of Risa, I developed this interest, and I did a lot of additional training in that. And I set up the cleft and craniofacial team at Stony Brook University in 1984, and I ran it for 22 years.
Wow.
And I still go on missions all over the world and operate. This year I'll be going to Honduras and the Philippines, and this will be my
That's so
18th and
nice.
19th mission.
Wow. And
That's
what do you do
wonderful.
when you go there?
We operate on children with cleft lips and cleft palates predominantly,
Wow.
and a lot of birth defects.
How many surgeries do you do in a day?
Until I'm exhausted. We usually start at 7 in the morning and finish 9 o'clock at night. I average probably anywhere between 8 and 10 surgeries a day.
That's one. So how are you going with a team?
I go with a
up
team.
Yeah.
Yep. I go with a team out of Littleton, Colorado,
Okay.
to the Philippines. And this year was going to be our first inaugural trip to Honduras. It'll be my second trip back to Honduras. We'll see how that goes.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a wonderful thing that you do. I mean, that
Thank you.
you know, you're really changing people's lives.
Oh yeah, 100%. I
mean-
mean, where else are they going to be able to get those
Yeah.
kinds of surgeries
No,
down
they're
there?
not.
And
just
for free, you know.
just for everyone else to see the hope that people are coming there and they're actually getting involved. It gives everyone else hope. So it's not only if you need the surgery or not, but it's the whole village or community that
Yeah.
you're really helping. That's great. That's amazing.
And now, is this funded through Associated Plastic Surgeons, or how is this funded? Do you personally fund this trip?
All the members of the team are self-funded.
Oh.
So in other words, I pay for my airfare, I pay for my room and board,
Okay.
I bring materials, we
That's
get a lot
so
of materials
wonderful.
donated. They have fundraisers, so they do have they're an active 501c3.
Which is the Uplift International.
Which is Uplift International,
Okay.
right. Uplift, I'll give them a plug, Uplift International with an E.org.
Okay.
It's a great organization.
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds like, they have a lot of support from doctors like you. So, and I don't think that they could do it without doctors like you because it's an out-of-pocket expense, it's a time expense. And, we really want to make sure that if you are out there and you can help Uplift International, then please visit their website. It's so important. These kinds of surgeries, they can't get done without, everybody's help.
We usually go with a team of about 4 surgeons.
Yeah.
And last year we did over 100 cases.
Wow,
in a
that's
week's
a lot.
time. Yeah.
To be able to change 100 children's lives.
Isn't that great? Yeah.
It's really.
No, that's
brings tears to
incredible.
my eyes. It's
That's
wonderful.
incredible.
It's wonderful.
That's incredible. But how do they pick these surgeons? Are they just a volunteer, or what's the criteria they have to meet to be able
Well,
to do that?
they're all volunteers.
Okay.
That go. For the most part, they're all board certified. We do take a resident with us, so it's additional training for the residents, and they're supervised by a senior surgeon such as myself. It's just a great experience.
I'm sure, and I'm sure it's great for those residents too, because it kind of sets them up for life in the
Sure.
idea that they can actually go out and do this and
And
help
hopefully
other
they'll
people.
develop the passion as well, and they'll continue this in the future with their lives.
Yeah, well,
Well,
you
I
know
have
what?
to see
It's
that.
a great mentor program for those people.
It is.
I think it is. I
Yeah.
think when you can inspire someone like that and change their lives, and then other people see the magic in that. That's it's priceless. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
and
That-
it's almost
for
like
sure.
addictive. That's a feeling you can only get from helping other people. You don't get
Certainly.
that from anything else.
There's a lot of organizations such as ours. We're certainly not the only one. There
Right.
are
Good, that's
many
good to know.
organizations. In fact, one
Yeah.
even won a Nobel Prize a number of years ago, Doctors Without Borders.
Oh,
sure.
yes,
That's
yeah,
what
okay,
they're doing.
yes,
Okay, so
yes.
we're similar to that type of
Yeah,
organization,
yeah.
not on a much smaller scale.
Right, but that's great.
I think if everybody who can do something for somebody else and change somebody's lives, they need to do it. And
Absolutely.
that's the end of it. It shouldn't be that, I'm not getting paid, or, I can't afford it. It's more about really taking what it is that you know and being able to give it to somebody else is just the best thing you could do for not only yourself but for that person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's extremely rewarding, and you know
Personally,
what?
absolutely.
It's important. Everybody has their own unique skill or gift that they can share with someone else that could again inspire someone or mentor someone, and it really changes people's lives. And we need to start doing more of that. With what's going on in this country, it would be a lot nicer if people reached out to each other.
Well, there are more people doing it than you think.
Yeah.
There are a lot of volunteerism. It's a big thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct,
Sure.
correct.
Yeah,
it's
we're
becoming in
involved
vogue
with,
now.
It
It's like a
is.
big
It-
thing.
it
now.
is,
Yeah, it
yeah.
is. It's more popular now than it's ever been.
Yeah, and Regina and I get involved with probably over 100 charities
Yeah,
a
I know
year
that.
in,
That's-
in
Oh, yeah.
everything we
That's
do.
what brought me.
So,
That's
yeah.
how we met, basically.
yeah,
Yes, that's
that's
true.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
All right. Let's get on to some fun stuff now.
That's not fun stuff?
That is fun
That is
stuff.
great fun stuff.
That is fun. It's uplifting stuff,
It's
but it's not
uplifting.
really entertaining
they call
in a
that in
sense
the-
where it's the nitty gritty.
So you
of
really-
plastic
In
you
the
really-
surgery.
TV world,
Yeah.
it's called that's the content.
So you really want to speak
That's
about
the
uplifting
content.
stuff right now?
Right.
Now
Exactly.
we're going to talk about the filler stuff.
That's right. That's right.
But speaking of, you could talk about the event, the charity event that we're going to be at.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what is that, Tuesday?
That's this
We're
Tuesday.
always running around too,
I know.
by the way.
I don't
so
even know
if
my
you want
schedule.
to stay, connected to us, go to our website, check out our Facebook page, check out our media, check out our calendars, because join us, tag us, friend us, whatever it is, because we move around. We're women on the move. We have a lot of fun, and you'll learn a lot of good things too. So don't be shy. Stop by our website, connect with us, and you'll get to hear all the good things that we're doing.
Be friends with us on Facebook. That's the,
Yeah.
that's the best way to
Plug into
find
us
us.
on Facebook.
Visit our website, shakeitupwithKarenandRegina.com. But this Tuesday, and I would love for you to come along with us, it's the Carol M. Baldwin Cirque du Soleil party at Body English Tuesday.
Nice.
It's free, and Regina and I will be there. We'd love to, have you come, take your picture with us, and put it on our website. We want to meet you. We want to meet you, your friends, and get to know, a little bit more about you. You know about
Right.
us. Now it's time for us to know about you.
And
So
it's being hosted by Stephen Baldwin, correct?
yes, he's
And
so
I think
cute.
he's the nice one.
He is the
that's
nice one.
married to China Phillips.
He is, yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
You've never really seen any bad press about him.
No.
No.
Or
No.
her.
Right.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
she's a stunner.
Right.
So they're supporting their mom, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And because it's the Mom's Foundation.
Well, the
correct?
Carol M. Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund is an organization that was started to fund projects right here on Long Island. So the
Right.
money that they raise here stays here, which is important, and it helps the women on Long Island with breast cancer, and that's key because it's a very, very high density area of women with breast cancer in the country is Long Island. So we're happy to be able to help them. We help them all year long. And we'll be there this Tuesday night. And that information is also on our website. But
So are you going to join us?
yeah,
You
I'll
should
try
come.
my best.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
that would be a lot of fun. You know, my biggest question when I see a plastic, because I talk to Regina all the time, and I talk to all my girlfriends about plastic surgery. I never really talk to men about plastic surgery. Do men get plastic surgery? And if so, like what's the most popular?
Yeah, probably 90% of our patients are women.
Yeah.
And 10% are men. But we're seeing more and more men these days have cosmetic surgery.
Right. And
you know,
what are the things that they usually opt in to do?
It really depends upon their age. You know,
Okay.
usually when they're teenagers, they're going to come in for a nose job.
Right.
Okay.
And it's a fairly common operation here on Long Island. That as they get older, liposuction comes into play. We're seeing more and more men for Botox. Some of the executives, as they're getting older, have their eyes done.
Okay.
Makes sense.
They have
They
a lot
have
of
to
extra skin
compete.
of their eyes, so
Right.
they have to compete in this marketplace. It's a youthful marketplace.
Absolutely.
You know, more men are dyeing their hairs today, so now they're having their hair
That's
dyed
true.
and they're having
We
their
can
eyes
vouch
done.
for that.
They're trying to stay young.
can
They're
vouch
trying
for
to keep
that.
up with the
can.
women.
Well, we
I
can
don't kiss
Take
and
care of
tell.
that for you.
Yeah,
if
we
you
can
want.
take care. You don't need it yet. Not just
We
yet.
got connections.
Not
I'll
just
tell
yet.
you,
Yeah, we
yeah.
have connections in that. In that field, we got you covered.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, you've
I've
heard
about
about
your connections. Yeah.
You may have heard.
That's funny.
So what's like one of, like, if you could tell me like a crazy story or an interesting story about a patient that you've had in your, I mean, how many years are you practicing?
Over 30.
Right, so there's got
I
to
was,
be.
I was choked
time.
up for a second there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's got to be, so, and as I said, you look great.
Thank you.
There's got to be a couple little nuggets in there for us to, you know, and I know, you know, you wanna
Quiet,
be
client,
private and,
doctor,
you know,
privilege. Yeah,
all
we don't
that-
need names.
All that professionalism, but, you know, it's
Just the juice.
You're putting me on the spot. You're putting me on the spot.
Come on,
Well,
come on,
I'll tell you a great story
Give
that
us a
happened.
good one.
I was down in Guatemala going back probably in about 1986 or 1987. And there was a child that was born with congenital ptosis. And congenital ptosis is when the eyelid doesn't completely open. So one of the eyelids was half shut. And I corrected the child. And when the child woke up, both of the eyes were open symmetrically. And Mom went over to me and she gave me a kiss, gave me a big hug. She says, "Thank you, doctor." She says, "This is the first time that my child can see me out of both eyes."
Oh,
And-
that's so
and then
nice.
she gave me a piece of cloth, a Guatemalan cloth that I can only imagine it probably took her 6 months to pay for that piece of cloth.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it was one of these things, damned. Do I have to put money in? Or is that okay?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's
$5.
$5.
Damned
Yeah.
if I do, damned if I don't.
Oh, that's $10.
Because if I didn't take it, I probably would insult her.
Right.
And if I did take it, she would be happy that I took it.
Yes.
Taking
So
food
it
out
was
of her
one
mouth.
one of these
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
but I decided to take it, and it's sitting on my piano to this day.
Oh,
It's very, very
that's
important.
an awesome
to me.
story. That's a great story.
And then I
but
had another
we
t-
were
another-
thinking of a little something different.
Yeah.
Something a little different. All right.
Yeah.
I once had a mother came in with her teenage daughter. Child was probably around 16, and the child was sitting on my examining table, and the mother was sitting on a little guest chair in the office. And I asked the child, who actually wasn't a child, she was a teenager, I said, "How can I help you?" And the child stood there very sheepishly, didn't want to say a word or something like that. And then the mother chimed in and says, "She's here for her nose." Okay. So I said, what don't you like about your nose? And she doesn't say a word. Her mother says she doesn't like the bump. And is there anything that really is bothering you? I'm speaking to the child. And the child doesn't say anything. The mother says, "Well, her nose is also crooked." Well, at that point, I was getting really upset because something wasn't 100%
Correct.
correct
Yeah.
here. So I positioned myself in between the mother and the child. So my back was to the mother and my face was to the child, and the child still didn't say anything. So I eventually asked the mom to leave the room. I said,
Yeah.
I really want to speak to the child, by herself. And as soon as her mother left, I said, "What are you doing here?" And the child says, "I have no idea. My mother doesn't like my nose. I'm really happy with my nose." Excuse me. I'm really happy with my nose, and I don't know what I'm doing here.
Really?
So if I would have operated on that child, I would have
Gotcha.
obviously have done something.
Well, you
very
picked up
wrong to
on
the child.
that tension there, which was the right thing to do. But
We see
Well,
that
how
frequently.
many doctors would have cared less? They would have
No.
just taken the money, done the child's nose, and moved on to
absolutely.
the next
well,
one.
we
So
know
that's
some
so
of
nice.
them, don't we?
Yes, we know
Let's
a couple.
just put it at that.
I'd
Just
like
put
to
it at
think
that.
there aren't too many people like
Well,
that around. Let's
let's
put it
say
that.
that. Let's say that.
Yeah, okay. We could say
So,
that.
you know, there are a whole bunch of other stories, but
Yeah.
but
Now let me ask
we're
you
not gonna
back
get
to
into
the
that.
men a second. You know, since they have similar procedures than women, you know, they both do the kind of the same thing. Who do you think is the easier recovery person? Like, is the men more of babies? But well, you know what? We'll have to save that for a second because we got to go to commercial. So
Okay.
stay tuned.
Come back. We'll talk soon.
Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
Okay, so welcome back, everybody. We are asking Dr. Elliot DuBois about the difference between male and female patients. So who recovers easier? Who's more of a baby? Tell us. Tell us. We want to hear.
I'm in between two women. I'm going to be attacked from the left flank and from
Well,
the right
we want
flank
you to be honest.
If I
You
say
can-
something wrong.
Never, never.
You know, I would rather deal with women than with men. It's just the whole gestalt involved.
Yeah.
But
What is
it is
gestalt?
but it is so subjective. I've had some great men patients.
Right, that's
I've
true.
had some miserable women patients.
Yeah.
There was just a study that came out that was published in one of the medical journals within the past couple of months that said men and women do experience pain differently.
Yes.
So I know personally when I've had some little minor procedures, I've never taken any pain medication. Yet there's other men that have to take a Tylenol every time they stub their toe,
Yeah.
and there are also women to that extent. So you really can't go ahead and generalize.
Interesting.
And this way, we're
Now-
not going to get calls from your.
But it's
Yes.
interesting to know that
Now-
you do mostly women.
I
I
do
mean,
do
that,
most.
and that
I
kind of
operate
brings
mostly on
us
women. Yes.
to how we met.
Right.
Yeah.
We did.
Well, how do you choose a plastic surgeon? Like, what's the criteria? Like, how do you, you
Well,
just
that's a
walk
good
into
question.
an office, you're blindly, or it's a recommendation from somebody,
Right.
obviously. But
Right.
how do you really know that that person is for you? It's a very personal
I agree.
procedure, obviously, and it's,
That's a great question. In fact, a number of years ago, I pitched a story to the New York Times about how to select a plastic surgeon, because in this day and age, everybody's calling themselves a cosmetic surgeon, and there's really no criteria to call yourself a cosmetic practitioner, a cosmetic surgeon.
Really?
You don't really know, what to say on people like that. Obviously, the only standard, or I guess the gold standard, is somebody that's certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgery. The American Board of Plastic Surgery is the only organization that's recognized by the American Board of Medical Specialties as being a true plastic surgeon. There are other fringe boards, and some of them are great practitioners. There's a lot of people out there today that take a weekend course and are giving Botox, or
Ew.
they go ahead and they take a week course and start doing liposuction.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is. It's terrible.
I can't even imagine them being able to get insurance for something like that. It must be very difficult for them to, cover themselves.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
There was a number of years ago, there was a internist, a gastroenterologist, that was doing liposuction on a patient, and this is an internist, somebody that has no surgical training, and he had some major complications, and the patient almost lost both legs.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Thereby the grace of God go I.
Yeah.
In that respect. But there's a lot of people. There's, I hear there are oral surgeons around that are doing breast implants.
Oh,
there
my.
are
Yeah.
a lot of fringe specialties. I think one important thing for your listeners is if you are choosing a plastic surgeon, especially in this day and age where most people are having surgery in their office, and most plastic surgeons have in-office operating suites, just ask that physician if they could do that surgery in a hospital, because anybody can do whatever they want in their office.
Correct.
Oh.
Good point. Very good point.
But
I like that.
it's the hospital that will go ahead and really credential a person based on their training. I
Right.
think
Right,
they're
so
very
if they
important.
don't have the rights to be able to use a hospital, they're probably not the best choice in terms of plastic surgery.
For that particular procedure.
Right.
Now, they can go, you
Okay.
can have an internist that can go in and bring a patient in heart failure, but they
Okay.
can't go ahead and bring a patient to do a breast augmentation, for instance.
Well, that's a great way to weed
Right.
them out. I mean,
Yeah.
in that sense, if they don't have that.
And then I think people should feel comfortable interviewing a couple of people. Like, they shouldn't be intimidated.
Right.
Like, you're such a great example because, we're asking you a lot of questions, but you're making me feel very comfortable. I don't feel like, I shouldn't ask, or should I ask? Or, a lot of people are intimidated. It's
Yeah.
a plastic surgeon. It's the,
Right.
cream of the crop. So, I appreciate that about you. Your demeanor is great,
Thank you.
and I could see how you're successful. So your next new venture is now.
Well, I mean, Dr. Du Bois is now the medical director of the new 2 locations for the Cactus Med Spa. So my question to him is, what made you decide to go from associated plastic surgery and then into the med spa world? What was that transition like, and why did you make that decision?
I've always had a med spa in my office.
Oh, okay.
I've been around for probably over 20 years. We've had a med spa. It was originally Radiance, and then we went to Embrace, and now I'm delighted that Cactus had asked me to join up with them forces. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for me, and I think that it's a very synergistic experience that we're going to be able to offer to a lot of people on Long Island, different services in a very, very professional setting that were really not available in the past. I think Cactus is a great organization. I think we fundamentally have tremendous ideals that are very similar to the 2. I'm going to be handling purely the medical aspect of the med spa, and Joe Secreti, who's the founder of Cactus, will be handling the paramedical, if you may, services that the med spa is going to be offering.
Sure, and I guess most of these services have really become very mainstream, that people are getting them in spa-like settings as opposed to an actual doctor's office. There's no reason for the doctor's office to do those when you can do them in a nice, comfortable atmosphere. Is that the concept? I mean,
A lot of people are opening up med spas today with no credentials.
oh yeah,
And if you just go up and down a couple of the blocks, major streets in Long Island, you'll see 2 or 3 different med spas, and I have no idea who's credentialing these individuals, and especially when you're starting to deal with some of these lasers
sure.
that have potentials for disasters,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you may.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And Botox and filler treatments and things like that. Somebody that's taking a weekend course, and I don't want to say that they're certainly not all bad, and some of them are very, very quite talented. But I think you should, to your viewers, people that are going ahead and having some of these non-invasive procedures should really have them done by a specialist, a dermatologist, a plastic surgeon, not somebody that calls themselves a cosmetic physician, because you really don't know what their background is.
Right.
Right.
Well, one of the procedures that you mentioned to me recently that is becoming a little bit more mainstream is the mesofacial. Is that how you described it? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, microneedling has been around for a number of years. I was in Paris, and I went to a conference on mesotherapy probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and I was sitting and falling asleep in the background. And the head of the conference found out that the guy that was falling asleep in the far right-hand corner was an American that spoke French. So he came over.
speak French?
I speak French.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. He came
Got
over
a lot
to
of talent.
he came over to me. Thank you.
Makes a great steak.
I can't cook. Actually,
You said you make a great steak.
I don't like to. I make great mistakes. That's what.
Oh,
I mean.
mistakes.
Not in
Oh, my
surgery.
hearing's going out too? Oh, my.
Can you fix that?
I knew it was my eyesight
What?
now. So yeah.
So I was falling asleep. He came over to me and he says, "I understand this isn't probably the most interesting thing for you." He says, "Come spend a couple of days in my office." So I went with Claude to the outskirts of Paris. Now let's get this right. Here I was in Paris, probably one of my favorite cities in the world. I had an invitation to spend additional time in Paris. It really didn't take me too long to say yes.
Yeah.
So I spent a couple of days in his office, and most of the stuff was run-of-the-mill stuff that we had been doing for many, many years. But he showed me one technique that really blew me away. And it was microneedling combined with fillers, with hyaluronic acid, which is the basic ingredient of Juvederm, Restylane, Perlane, some
Which
of
are all
those
very
techniques,
common
which are all
today.
very common.
Yeah, people do
And
that.
it's a non-invasive, doesn't require any injections, and I was just blown away by the results, the immediate results that we were seeing. So I brought it back to New York, and I've been doing this for a number of years. The product has just been FDA approved. I will not do anything in my office that's not FDA approved.
That's good to know.
It's another good thing to know.
Yeah.
And,
How long does the procedure take?
Takes about a half hour, 45
Half
minutes.
hour. Oh, so
It's usually
again, it's a lunchtime procedure.
it's at lunchtime. You can end with a little transient redness, but you
Right.
can put makeup on within 2 hours after having it done.
Okay. Or big
And-
sunglasses.
And yeah, everybody
Yeah.
walks away ecstatic. And
Yeah.
we're offering that now in Cactus. It's done by our estheticians. It's
Oh,
more of an aesthetic practice
really?
than an aesthetic technique rather than a medical technique.
Great.
I might need
great.
to get.
So now, the two new locations for the med spas, of course, one is in your Huntington office at Associated Plastic Surgeons, and that's right on Jericho Turnpike,
Right.
in the West Hills area
West
of
Hills area.
Huntington. And then the other, the new facility that's being is under construction right now, and it's being built, is in Stony Brook.
Right.
That's next door to the Stony Brook Cactus.
And we're all excited about that coming up.
Yeah.
I was just in
That's
there
a
the
great
other day.
location.
It should be great.
It's a
yeah.
beautiful, beautiful salon, and that's a great location. Right,
Yeah.
it's right on 347, right?
Yeah, it's just down the street from the Smith Haven Mall.
Yeah.
So, and you also do some injectable services in several other Cactus locations.
Correct,
We do it in.
We're going to Manorville. We're going to Vanderbilt location. We're going to Smithtown.
East Islip, I
East
think,
Islip,
right?
yep, uh-huh.
Plainview.
And Plainview. Plainview's
Yeah.
under construction right now, but that'll be opening up pretty soon.
Yeah, that's so exciting. And guess
Where-
what? What's
Yeah.
the surprise, Regina?
Well,
I'm so excited.
my friend Karen is going to have a procedure done right when we get back from this commercial. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Watch me get
and you'll
younger.
see Karen getting her procedure.
Thanks.
name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. Find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Being a fireman is more than just putting out blazes and giving kittens CPR. Sometimes my duty demands I fan the flames, like when a call comes in from a lady who needs immediate assistance. Maybe she needs help with a computer thing. Maybe she wants to go antique. Could be as simple as understanding that walking in heels it's hard. Ou aussi simple que l'été dernier à Paris. C'est sympa. Maybe it's ladies' night in, and she wants a simple, delicious recipe for margaritas with a twist. First, a can of limeade. Now hold on to this, you'll be using it. Side note, kittens make everything better. Next, add water. Now, a bottle of light beer. No, shh. Trust me, I'm a professional. And last, and most important, Sauza Blue tequila. Now, mix it up. Ole. Yes, that's what I'm trained for. Whether it's to help her choose leggings or pants, telling her leggings are pants, or discussing leggings and jeggings versus pant pegging at her next ladies' night in, I'll come to the rescue. Don't call me a hero. Just call me. Let me know what time.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. Now we have Karen, my buddy and my pal. She's going to be getting tell us what type of injection, and tell us why you're putting it where you are, and just describe it a little bit.
Karen twisted my arm. She's beautiful the way she is, but she's unhappy with these little expression lines that she has on her forehead. So we're going to try to make them...
well, don't do that.
Well, I mean, that's me.
All right, no, just be normal.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to try to make them better for her.
Yes, softer.
Okay?
That's
Softer,
all.
right. So
Right.
I tend to relax. I tend not to paralyze with Botox. I think
Okay.
then you end up looking like some of the celebrities that we have on
Yeah,
television, which is
not a
not
good
necessarily
look.
a good look.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a big difference. You don't want to
So-
look frightened.
Right.
Right.
So you just basically want to like smooth it out a little
Soften
bit,
it.
not make it, you know, like
not make it so she's totally expressionless.
correct.
Right.
Correct.
And Botox doesn't work immediately. A lot of people think that you have the injection and it's going to work immediately.
Oh,
Usually
okay.
takes anywhere between 5 and 10 days before we take maximal effect of the Botox.
So
Okay.
by next show, we should see
Yes,
some
I'm sure. I'm sure.
improvement.
Now,
I'm gonna
let
get
me
you
ask
I'm not
another
under
question.
any pressure here now, am
But
I?
yeah, you're under a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure. But to the fact that you are doing it just to soften these up. What causes it to become then when people do it and they are expressional? If they use too much Botox or they didn't put it in the right place, like how does that work?
Yeah, Botox works by relaxing muscles.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to try to weaken the muscle so that she's going to be unable to do this as exaggerated.
And I do that a lot.
Almost get the
Yeah, I know
corrugated
you
look.
do.
Especially
That's
when
why
I'm talking
I
to you,
said
'cause
stop
I'm like-
doing that.
Yeah, people that squint a lot and what have you. There she goes.
She's a killer.
Get a close up on this picture here.
She's a killer.
It's stress. It's
Yeah,
stress.
It's stress.
I don't
Yeah.
give you stress.
Not you, no.
But you look pretty good
No.
for 60, right?
Ah, funny guy, funny guy.
Watch
All right.
out.
Get that needle going.
You just might tell everybody what this special day was, right?
Yes,
Yes.
I just might reveal
Right.
your secret.
There you go.
Okay, so now it takes how long to do this?
All about 5 seconds.
5 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
That's one of the things in life that 5 seconds is really good for.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
And a lot of other things. That's hysterical.
I'm not even going to touch that.
Well, let me ask you a question. Aside from Botox,
Right.
you can do fillers as well? Not today, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely
we
going
can
to
do fillers. It depends upon what the individual really needs. Let's go back to that little girl.
Right.
The mother was telling her what she really needed when she looked in the mirror, and the girl didn't really want
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
one of the first things that I ask my patients is, what are you trying to accomplish? It's rather than this is what I can do for you. Because if this is what I can do for you, I could go ahead and tear anybody apart, and I wouldn't make a lot of friends and win a lot of
Right.
acquaintances that way. So
Yeah.
I really want to focus in on what's really bothering an individual, and then we can take off and how we can supplement that.
Right. Now, are there different grades of Botox? Like, how do you know which Botox a person is using?
Well, there's only one Botox.
Oh, okay.
Botox is like Kleenex, is like Frigidaire. It's a brand name.
Oh, it's a brand name,
It's
I see.
botulinum toxin. But botulinum toxin is the generic name for Botox. So there are
Okay.
other products out on the market, such as Dysport, Xeomin, which are other preparations of botulinum toxin, but there's only one Botox. And the Botox is manufactured by Allergan. We almost use exclusively Botox on people that start becoming refractory, where we're not getting the same Botox effect that we had in the past with them. Then we might change over to another preparation
Okay.
for that.
And now, is all Botox created equal? Like, is it that you can go to any doctor and get Botox and you're good? How does that work?
Well, there's a certain amount of technique that's involved with doing it.
Okay.
It's a relatively simple procedure, and if you have a complication, it doesn't really last for a long time. Botox only lasts typically about 3 months. So if, God forbid, you have a complication, and we've all had complications. If somebody says that they've never had a complication, they're not doing enough of it.
Right.
But you want to make sure that incidence is very, very small of
Right.
complications.
Minor. Now, have you had Botox before?
Yeah, I've had Botox.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
you know what you're to expect to feel. So-
Yeah, it doesn't hurt at all.
Oh, that was my next
I don't
question.
think so.
Yeah.
If I'm giving it to a woman, if I'm giving it to a man, that would be something else.
Oh, they're screaming like a baby.
See?
I get
There
it.
you go. There you go. I knew women
Yeah.
would be tougher.
No, I do find the fillers that I've had in the past to be very painful. But now I understand that there's a new product that actually delivers a painkiller while it's delivering the.
For the past couple of
Oh,
years,
like an step.
Yeah.
excuse me, I'm sorry. For the past couple of years, Juvederm and Restylane have both come out with preparations where there's lidocaine, which is a local anesthetic, mixed in to the product. So the initial injection hurts a little bit, and after that, it's much more tolerable.
Yeah.
There's other procedures that we can do with some of the other fillers that don't have that, where we can give dental blocks. And using a dental block, we can numb up the entire face, but it's walking around with that feeling
Can't
that
talk.
you get after
That's
you have
the
the
dentist,
right,
yeah.
precisely. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's exciting. And also, of course, you have laser skin tightening. So if somebody didn't want to do the injections, you can do some laser services on them.
Everything has their own
Yeah.
specific indications. We just got a brand new unit in the machine. Just arrived yesterday. It's being set up today.
exciting.
From EndyMed, yeah. It's the latest technology in radio frequency skin tightening.
I'll be the model for that if you need.
Well, can I be the model?
No.
How about both of you guys?
Well, she's getting the Botox. I mean, isn't it fair, people? She's getting
No.
the Botox today. Can I?
It's all
have
about
the
me and this. Okay,
other-
hello.
Like I said, she's a killer.
He said he'll do us both.
Both?
Yes.
Oh, see,
You
it's
see
so
that?
nice.
What can I tell you?
So nice.
I've never used a machine before.
Oh, so Karen can go first.
So I'm using it first.
Now all of a sudden it's okay.
Right. Now it's okay. I had it done on half of my face because I wanted to see if it really worked. So it's true.
Let me guess, this half.
I did.
Yes, I can
can
see
see
that.
it too.
I had it done.
See, now you didn't tell me
like,
that,
look
and
how
I
much
just guessed
smoother
that.
it is
No,
right
it's
there.
totally smoother.
Yeah.
That's why you shoot in my left profile right now.
That's
Oh,
correct.
see?
Right,
Smart.
absolutely.
You're very smart,
You see that?
strategic. I like this.
I'm
I
also
like
left-handed too. So
Me too.
there we go.
That's what, you know what they say about left-handers?
We're in our right mind, right?
That's correct.
You bet.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. Okay, so.
So are you all ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's go.
I don't know. Are you ready? You
I'm
excited?
totally ready, yes.
I mean, are you guys ready?
You don't mind if I?
You ready? All right.
I
You're
don't-
ready. We have some friends that stopped by to wish us well, so thank you for coming. And they said that they're ready for the Botox. Vicky, you ready? She's on the phone. All right, go.
All right. Well, first thing I want you to do is I want you to put ice on it.
Okay.
Do you want me to hold? Do I assist in any way? I would make a good nurse.
No, I just want you to hold on to the table. Make sure you don't fall. Okay.
Oh, me? Oh, me? If in case I
So
faint.
here, hold that in place. Okay. So we're putting some ice on basically because one of the problems that we can have is you can have some bruising. So I find that by using ice before, it really constricts the blood vessels down, decreasing the chance of getting bruising.
Sure.
So let me.
That's why they
And she's
made
probably
concealer.
a little nervous today
I'm
because
not
it's our
even
first
worried.
show, so everything's pumping.
And I'm nervous too
my
because
God.
it's the first time I've done this. So
Oh.
we're okay with that.
What, live on the
You're okay
show?
with that, right?
I
Live on the
trust
show.
you.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah,
good. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Do you have brain freeze yet?
I'm getting a
A little bit,
Okay.
yes.
And we're using the smallest needle we can possibly buy
Okay.
because the smaller the needle, the less pain you have.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a series of about 4 injections. That's all you really need.
Oh, I'm a little nervous.
Okay.
Now, can you be over
Do you want to hold my
injected?
hand?
Can you be
4
over
minutes.
injected?
We got 4
yeah,
minutes.
You can be over injected.
Okay.
So come, you ready?
I am.
All right. You want to set the clock? We'll see how long this really takes. All right. So what I need you to do is I need you to look at my nose, okay, and just keep your eyes open. And it's going to be 4 quick injections. 1.
You don't even feel it.
No, Karen, you
You
don't
okay?
even move.
She's
I
very
don't
good.
move.
That's nothing.
I know. When I got Botox the last time, I was moving all over the place.
That's nothing.
But then
Look
again,
how
I'm
it
a
doesn't
man.
even hurt.
You know, but you have, I have to say, you have a great touch. You could just see how he goes
Well, yeah,
in.
he goes
Okay.
in very slowly.
Very
That's
gently,
it.
but very
Yeah.
precise.
You know what? I'm going to even give you some more.
Yeah, load her up. She likes it.
Yeah, we spoke about this before.
Load her up. She likes
Now
it.
she's not going to be able to scowl.
Yeah.
That's good. I don't like scowling.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
And
You
you know
okay
what
there?
else? I squint in the sun, so when I read, so I get those white lines.
Yeah. Well, what would you say is the most, one of the things that cause the most aging in skin?
Sun.
Sun.
Yeah.
And would you say smoking?
Smoking helps.
Really,
and,
Regina? You're going to go there?
Yeah, I'm going there.
and genetics.
Genetics, yeah.
I just had injections. You're going to aggravate me now?
No, shh.
Put that back on
Calm
now.
down.
Okay.
Calm
Okay.
down.
That's it.
Take it easy.
That
Take
was
it easy.
honestly,
That was
pleasurable.
the easiest thing I've
that
ever.
was pleasurable.
Right.
That
I
is
enjoyed
pleasurable.
that. Yes, I did.
I'm telling you though, if you're up this close and you see it, it's just he
Yeah,
does
he
it
went
so
very
easily,
smoothly.
but very
I did not-
matter-of-factly. It's perfect.
I didn't flinch.
No, you
You
didn't
were
do anything.
very,
It
you were
was
very,
very
very good. You were a good patient.
I'm so
Well,
excited.
you have a good. I have to say, you have. I'm very
can you let go
impressed.
of me?
I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Can you let go? Of me,
I'm
she
just
says.
saying, my hands all
Okay.
sweaty now.
Are you okay?
I'm great.
You're all clammy now.
No,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
feel good. Well, because Regina was getting
I
me
was
all hot.
holding her.
holding
I
my
was
hand.
more nervous than she was. I think I was. More,
I am fine. I am an expert at all anti-aging treatments. Truly.
I can see that.
Yes,
Karen.
I
Yeah.
love anti-aging treatments. I can't
Wow,
really see you.
this-
Here,
this
that's
was
better.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say, I want to thank you so much
My
for
pleasure.
stepping in, and I really appreciate you coming today
You
and
hold the
helping
ice on
us
your
out.
And our flowers.
And our beautiful flowers.
Yes, and we'll see you Tuesday night at the Carol M. Bolton
I'm gonna
Breast
Yeah,
try-
we're going to have a good
I'm
time.
gonna
That's
try
going to
my
be a
best.
fun party.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna try my
Body
best. Sponsoring
English
the party now?
Moet.
Oh, Moet. Yeah, they
Ooh.
know how to throw a party.
Oh, yeah, I like
They
that.
know how to throw a party. And we just want to thank everybody that made today possible. We really appreciate all your support, and we look forward to seeing you every Wednesday
Have a happy
at 10 o'clock
Independence Day.
Oh yes, yes. Happy 4th of July.
Yes.
And we're really sorry about the soccer team last
Oh,
night. That
I
was
know.
sad.
That
But that
was
goalie
sad.
was amazing. And let me tell you something.
was
He was
good.
from Jersey. How do you like
Wait,
that?
who's that cute guy? That
Which
guy
one?
was so
Well, there was a
adorable.
lot
the one he had on a white shirt, I guess they all had white shirts
Yeah.
on. That's how much I know about
The
soccer.
Botox is going to her head right now.
But he was so cute.
Yeah. But anyway, please join us every Wednesday, shakeitup.com with Karen and Regina. Please go on our website, friend us, stay plugged in. We have a lot of great shows coming up. Next week, we think, if he comes back from the World Cup, we're going to have Michael Bolson from the Prime and Tellers.
Bolson Restaurant Group.
Bolson Restaurant Group.
They own a lot of restaurants.
They own-
H2O,
yeah.
Verace, Monsoon,
Harbor
Prime,
Club.
Tellers, Beach Tree Cafe.
Yeah,
Harbor Club.
just about any restaurant you go into, it's theirs.
Guys,
So
we love you.
Please join us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao, everybody. Ciao.